Yeah, you can be laying in your bed, you can be sitting on the floor, on the couch, in a chair, you can be stretching or just really doing whatever you're doing. Wherever you are, just make sure that you are relatively comfortable, or just checking in with your comfort level to start. Especially if you just woke up, if it's morning time for you, maybe noticing if there's any little kinks in your neck, shoulders, spine, maybe your hips. Noticing, and then also noticing if any judgments are popping up, if you're having any judgments about the way that your body is feeling right now. And just take a little step back and just notice. Notice where there is any tension present, where there's any discomfort present. And just really softly bringing awareness to those areas. So we often want to distract ourselves from where there's discomfort or pain in the body. And a lot of times, sometimes all that pain and discomfort wants from us is just some attention, just like a little kid who's trying to get your attention. And first they'll be like, "Mommy, mommy, mommy," and it'll be really like soft. And then the more you ignore it, the louder that kid is going to get. And soon they're going to be screaming and throwing a temper tantrum. So our bodies can be have a similar attitude to that. So not being so afraid if we feel pain within the body, or if we feel any kinks or discomfort, and noticing that tendency we have to distract from those sensations. And then just being a calm and centered mother back to your body, and just giving it that attention that it wants. And if your eyes are not closed already, you can allow your eyes to gently close at any point if you're in a space where you feel safe to do so. And can start with a big cleansing breath. So slowing down and deepening your inhale. Just really feel your body filling up. And then pause for just a moment once you are full, and just notice what that's like. And without straining, as you need to, slowly decompressing. And slowly letting that air go, pushing a little bit more air out of you, even once you think you're empty. And then pausing in that stillness, allowing your next breath to come as needed. And you can breathe like that a few more times if you'd like. And at any point you can release the control of your breath. And just allow your body to breathe itself. And practicing observing the breath without control. And just know that some days that can feel very self-explanatory and very simple to do. And other days, for whatever reason, that feels nearly impossible to watch the breath without controlling it. So just know that it is fine wherever you're at today. And just by showing up, just by being here, you're already doing the practice. So there's nothing that you're doing incorrectly. There's nothing wrong that you could do throughout this practice. Just by showing up, you've already done what was asked of you. And this is not a thinking process. There's no thinking or doing that is required of you for the next 20 minutes or so. This is an energetic listening process. So each time you feel yourself coming into the thinking or the judging or the doing mindset, you can just notice that. And then come back to that place of the observer. Treating your body like a big and majestic tree, maybe. When you see anything beautiful in nature, it doesn't even cross your mind to try to change it or to fix it or to do anything specific to it. So you can treat your body in the same way. Observing the wonder that is your body, the miracle that is your body. And remembering how your body is perfect exactly as it is right now. And there's nothing you need to change to make it any more perfect. So allow your forehead to exist. Allow your forehead to be soft. There's no need to scrunch the muscles or furrow your brow. You can fully relax your eyelids. You can fully soften your jaw and just allow it to hang heavy. You can fully relax the corners of your mouth and your lips. You can relax your nostrils, your ears, the hairline and the scalp. You can even relax your brain and just allow your brain to be held into place, held by the skull. And with that, fully relaxing your eyeballs and just allowing them to rest in their sockets. And just releasing the need to hold anything up or hold anything in a certain position in the face and the head. And as you are noticing tension and softening those areas in the face, maybe your eyes start to peer into the forehead and maybe gazing up to the space in between the eyebrows. Or maybe they're rolling back even further and gazing into the mind itself. Wherever the eyes are gazing, can just allow your vision to glaze over so that you are not looking at anything specific. You're looking at everything, even with the eyes still and closed. Just opening up your awareness of sight. And even if all you're seeing is darkness or black, or maybe just some colors of light popping in here and there, just looking at whatever you're seeing and not trying to see anything specific. And just accepting whatever presents itself to you. Treating your own mind screen just like you do any other screen that we look at outside of us. Or maybe a screen if we're like at a friend's house or at a restaurant. We're not trying to change the channel because we can't. We're just going to look at the screen and see what's there. And maybe you start to feel a pulsing sensation in the forehead, maybe in the space between the eyebrows. And just reminding yourself of this third eye that exists here. And we hear a lot of talk about opening the third eye. Everyone seems to want to open their third eye now, which is cool. But there's no use in opening the third eye if we can't first close it and turn the gaze inward. So, thinking about this third eye, the space between the eyebrows, and instead of looking outward into the world, it's rolling back, just like your physical eyes, and gazing inside of you, inside of your body. Knowing that whatever you see outside of you is just going to be a reflection of what you see inside of you. So if we can learn to look at ourselves from this perspective, from this place, this observing place, and this place of awe and admiration, just at the physical body itself and the fact that you can even hear the words I'm saying, and the fact that your heart is beating and keeping you alive, that your lungs are breathing. Just all the little factors that are keeping you alive every moment of the day. And looking at these things as the blessings that they are. And bringing awareness to your ears and listening. Listening to your own personal symphony, every sound that exists in your ears, remembering that that is unique to you. There is no one else or nothing else that is hearing exactly what it is that you are hearing and seeing exactly what it is you are seeing. But just appreciating the unique shape of your ears, the unique way that they welcome in sound. And listening to the sounds outside of you as well as inside of you. And even if there are sounds that exist that you might first label as distracting or annoying, that same thing we did with our sense of sight, that glazing over, we can do that to sound as well. So just practicing hearing that humming drone that's connecting all the sounds together. And remembering that any sound that you are hearing is meant to be there, or else it wouldn't be there. And sounds can also be a reminder of the present moment. Sounds only exist in the present. So you can use all the sounds around you that you hear as an anchor. An anchor, a reminder of this moment. And your heartbeat can be included in that. The sound of your body breathing. And any other sounds that your body makes. And noticing how or if this is affecting what you are seeing. And appreciating the unique shape of your eyes and the unique way that they take in light. And then all of this softness and acceptance from the head. You can allow that naturally to spread down the body, down the neck, and across the shoulders and the chest. down the arms and the hands. And just allowing your heart to rest in a neutral position with your shoulders in line with the heart. So you're not sacrificing too much space on either on the front or back of the heart. So sometimes the back of our heart is sticking out and the front is curling in. Other times the heart is puffing out and the front of the heart and the back is sacrificed. So just finding that middle ground. And then allowing the back of your neck to stay long as you feel the crown of your head extending up toward the sky. And maybe imagining a string from the crown of your head that goes through the brain and the brainstem, through the back of your neck, through the spine, and out through your tailbone. And this string is gently connecting and pulling you and your seat closer to the earth, as well as gently pulling and guiding the crown of your head closer to the sky. That you feel this security in your posture. And allow all of the softness and acceptance in your posture to continue to trickle down the body as you soften the rib cage and feel them protecting your lungs. You can soften all the muscles in the stomach, across the abdomen and the back, and feel them protecting your organs naturally. And soften your hips, your pelvic floor, your glutes, feeling your seat totally surrender. And continue to soften the legs and the feet. And just start to see in your mind's eye the shape that your body is in right now. And just paying attention to the largest organ in your body, the skin, the barrier between your inner and outer worlds. And awakening your sense of touch, your sense of feeling. And feeling the texture of your clothes touching the skin. Feeling the temperature of the air touching your skin. And skin across the whole body, the face included. And as your body is breathing, you can start to notice how even your skin itself is breathing. Each pore on your skin is gently expanding with your inhales and condensing with your exhales. You feel this full-bodied breath. And as you bring attention back to your forehead, back to your mind screen, is seeing what this looks like to you. Just noticing anything that you see as you are full body breathing. And just reminding yourself how much of a miracle it is that you can do this, that you can breathe, that you can notice your breath, that you have the awareness to do that. The fact that your body is here, that your skin is protecting everything inside of you, that your heart is pumping blood throughout your body, and that your lungs are breathing, your stomach digesting, all your organs functioning properly, enough to keep you alive at least. And your ears can hear and your eyes can see. Your nose can smell and your mouth can taste. All of these things that we take for granted, that are pure gifts and blessings that we often forget are. And that is okay, that is natural. It is natural to forget, as we could never remember if we didn't forget. And remembering the power that we have, remembering the blessings that we have, and just the wonder that is our physical body is such a great and powerful feeling. And the only reason it feels so great and powerful is because we once forgot it. So just reminding yourself to also appreciate when we feel in the dark, to also appreciate when we are in pain, when we are suffering. And a meditation practice is not about getting rid of every toxic negativity thing that's in your body. It is about accepting what is present in your body. It's about accepting what is present in your reality and not trying to paint everything with a magical paintbrush where you only see the blessings all the time and everything's always love and light. Because it's not. And if it was, we wouldn't like it. So just reminding yourself to have that same appreciation that you have for the good times, also for the bad times. And just remembering, no matter how painful it is when we are in it, that everything is temporary, and however much pain we feel at any given moment is exactly what allows us to feel the same level of joy eventually. And just thinking about the pendulum will always swing. If our life swings all the way to dark and painful things, it will naturally have to swing all the way back to joyful, light, pure things. And we need both. And I believe life is about just appreciating that contrast, appreciating the differences and the waves of emotions, the waves of transits, the waves of life. And just like a surfer learning to ride those waves and get knocked down, trusting or remembering that we will get knocked down. It's a guarantee that we will get knocked down. And it's not about getting knocked down. It's about how you rise back up. It's about how you handle yourself in those times. Getting knocked down or knocked back in life doesn't say anything about you or about what you've been doing, if it's right or wrong. It just tells you how you're feeling and what the difference is between where you are and where you want to be. And failure is just as necessary and important. Learning what we don't want is just as important as learning what we do want. It's all just experiences. So feel your whole body soften once again, and bring some attention back to that third eye at the forehead. And with this third eye, hopefully able to see yourself a little bit more clearly and with more love and awe than maybe when we first started. You can welcome or allow, if it feels right, your third eye to just sort of roll back and now start to open to the outward world, and just kind of imagining the room that you are in, seeing your body in the room that you're in, and maybe able to see things a bit more vividly or just more clearly. And maybe not. That is okay too. And just reminding yourself of this fact throughout your days, that oftentimes when we feel offended or when there's things that are bothering us in life, or specifically about the people around us, that is telling us something really valuable about ourselves. So playing with that idea of opening and closing your third eye, or just rolling it forward to look out and rolling it back to look in, and maybe even imagining that eye turning inward when feelings like being offended pop up. Because those are really valuable feelings if we know what to do with them. And all that's being asked of you is to question what you are feeling, question what's actually going on, and boil everything down to what's actually there. What is the real reason you're feeling the way you're feeling? And just being honest and patient and loving and understanding with yourself. Just like you would your best friend if they went to confide in you about something that they're ashamed of or something they regret. You wouldn't judge them. You would be there for them and remind them that everyone makes mistakes and it's a part of life and we're always learning, and all those nice things that you would say to your loved one. Just notice how much harder it is to say that to yourself, but then say it to yourself anyway. And just training your internal talk, training your self-talk to just be more loving, and knowing that it will require effort. It's not a natural thing for us. This is from Inward. I'm going to read a few passages. The greatest gift sadness gave me was the motivation to transform. And reminder, a sign of growth is being okay with not being okay. There is an important difference between dwelling in misery and understanding that on the path of healing, things will come up that sometimes cause us to feel the old emotions and patterns that we were working on letting go. There is great power in honoring the reality of our current emotions, not feeding them or making them worse, but simply recognizing that this is what has arisen in this present moment and that this will also change. When we create this space within ourselves, a space of calmness that is undisturbed by the storm tends to pass more quickly. Practicing such profound honesty within ourselves helps in all facets of internal and external life. There is no real freedom without honesty, and without honesty, there can be no peace of mind. Healing ourselves isn't about constantly feeling bliss. Being attached to bliss is a bondage of its own. Trying to force ourselves to be happy is counterproductive because it suppresses the sometimes tough reality of the moment, pushing it back within the depths of our being instead of allowing it to arise and release. So just letting those words settle, Yung Pueblo's words. Noticing any physical response. And if it feels natural for you to do so, you can bring your hands to a prayer position at heart center or anywhere else where the hands would like to be. And just take a big, conscious, deep breath into the body and just feel yourself filling up, expanding with fresh new air. And then as you exhale, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. And bowing your head. And taking this moment to deeply thank your maker, your creator, the one who is allowing you to be here, making your heart beat and your body function. And thanking your angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, whatever name you have, for that everlasting love that's always around you. Thanking everyone else in this space for showing up, for their energy and openness. And most importantly, thank yourself. Thank yourself for showing up, for allowing yourself to be guided to this practice. Thank yourself for your openness and receptivity. And may this practice continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding into everything that you do and to everyone that you see. Namaste.